In the Christian France in 586 AD, a conference was held to discuss whether the woman is a human with a soul or not, and if she has a soul, is it of a human or animal nature, and is her soul equal to the soul of the man or not. At the end, they agreed that she has a soul, but it is inferior because it is only created to serve the desires of the man. The evil, coward, and corrupt spirits of men are the ones from which women were created.
Before Islam, the Romans and Arabs used to bury their young daughters because they didn't want to have female offspring. For them, they cause disgrace and they are not useful when they grow older. They would simply put them in a hole and throw dust over them. Before Islam, the whole world dealt with women as inferior creatures. Even in religions, she does not have a dignity or humanity. For instance, in India, the wife was like a slave in her husband's house. He could lose her in a gambling or give her as a gift to his friends. If her husband dies, she cannot marry anyone else. In many cases, they burn her alive. Also, in China, the husband can bury his wife alive if she disobeys him. If he dies, his family inherits her and they own her like a property.
The existence of the woman is the main reason and source of crisis and destruction in the world. The woman is like a poisonous tree. Her appearance is beautiful, but when birds eat from it, they die immediately. The woman accused by her husband of adultery is sentenced to death, even if he does not have proof. The woman in Christianity and Judaism is the reason for all plight. It is mentioned in the Bible. The man said, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it."
According to Christianity, God punished Adam and the entire humanity because of Eve. But in Islam, both Adam and Eve equally made the mistake. They are both responsible.
Before Islam, the status of women was like that of animals, or even worse: to be burnt after the death of the husband, to be buried alive, a slave from birth to death. For example, the testimony of women was not accepted at any court regarding any matter, even when it comes to her most private affairs, like her honor.
In the Jewish belief, if the man accuses his wife of adultery, or if he accuses her of not being a virgin when he married her, her testimony is not taken into account. She faces a trial only according to the testimony of the man. She would be found guilty by the court and she would be executed.
The woman was not created for science, wisdom, thinking, art, or politics.
As for the Bible, we will find verses that ban women from opening their mouths to talk in the churches.
Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. The women in the menstrual period causes bad omen, death, and destruction. She makes everything around her unclean. In May 2013, some women protested against the old Hindu tradition of detaining women in barns during their menstrual cycle to avoid impurity.
In Hinduism, Judaism, and Christianity, a woman passes through periods of impurity, so she becomes cursed. Even her husband becomes impure because of her, in everything she touches.
From a woman, sin had its beginning, and because of her, we all die.
Adultery, it's a sin in all religions, but it has different definitions in each of them. In the Quran, a man and a woman having a sexual relation outside the frame of marriage are both adulterous. The punishment is the same for both of them. End of the story. While in the Holy Scripture, the relationship is only considered adultery in the case the woman was married. In that case, the children are considered bastards and homeless. As for the man, if he is married, and had a relationship with a woman, he is not considered adulterous, and his children are legitimate. Why is that? Because in Judaism, the married woman is owned by her husband. So when a man commits adultery with another married woman, he violates the property of another man. So he has to be punished. But if he was married and slept with an unmarried woman, then he is not violating the property of anyone. These were such double standards and an insult to the dignity of a woman.
The Talmud says, the household articles, even the crumbs of bread on the table, were his. Should she invite a guest to her house and feed him, she would be stealing from her husband.
This is why even the richest woman becomes penniless the moment she marries. Even her decisions and character are owned by her husband. She cannot do anything except after his approval. What you might not believe is that the woman used to pay a dowry for the man to marry her. She would take from the money of her father to pay him. This is why men didn't wish to have daughters.
In the Bible, the woman can never inherit for a simple reason, because she is part of the inheritance. If she is a wife or a mother, if she is the daughter, she can inherit in case she does not have brothers. If she has brothers, then she cannot inherit at all, and the brothers should not give her any of their inheritance.